Periscope decided to kick me off again. This happened last time I did a scope. Hopefully it won't happen this time. Hey, welcome back. Periscope decided to kick me off. So I was talking about buying shells in actual brick and mortar stores. So you're looking for shells or stores that sell craft stuff, and they will often have mixed bags of shells in the craft department. They'll be dirt cheap. Some of the shells won't be usable, but you should get quite a few that you can use. Walmart, Michael's Craft Store, Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, Kmart, At Home. If you have a store called At Home that used to be Garden Ridge, I found jars of shells in with their vases 2 weekends ago. Those are all great places to go and find cheap shells. Hobby Lobby has bags of shells right now for 75% off. Really? I wasn't planning on going to Hobby Lobby, but maybe on Monday I will. It's kind of far away, so I may have to go up there. But there's lots of places to order shells online. Yeah, if they're in a bag, I've never ran into glue inside of them. Like, they're bagged up. Just, you can tell they just like took them off the beach and dumped them in there. You can get, the one thing you can get in those mixed bags are giant scallop shells. Like, shells are like the size of my hand. And those are great for feeding. I have several of those. Okay, so let's look at some online stores where you can buy shells that are specifically meant for hermit crabs, so they make it easy for you. Let's go to, if you're in Australia, you can start with Vanessa's website, Vanessa's Crabitat, which is vanessascrabitat.com.au. So if you're an Aussie, you can get some shells from her. Hermit Crab Patch is also another reliable website to get hermit crab shells from. She also has a caliper for sale on there if you want to get a caliper. And then she's got these packs of shells, small, medium, large. She's got individual shells. So you can definitely get stuff from her. Yeah, she's popular. She's a hobbyist and is also working on breeding, last I knew. So she's got a good selection of shells on there. You can go to eBay and search for hermit crab shells. Sometimes if you just search for seashells, you'll find some good finds too, but you have to wade through a lot of junk to get there. So this is a mixed bag here. I can see bonnet shells right off the bat in this group that are not acceptable. But if you're getting a good deal and you're paying, 50 cents a shell, that's a pretty good price. In this group, these striped candy cane shells are usable. I love these here, but I've never seen a crab wear one of those. Land snail shells are typically okay. This one has sponges in it. That's actually a pretty good lot. That's 10 shells. You could just toss the sponges out, I guess, for $7 and free shipping. These people should be giving me a commission. A lot of gold mouth turbos in this one. So it's 30 for $10, but I see gold mouth turbos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them at least. 8 right there probably. So I don't know if that's still a good deal. That group looks like mostly snail shells. Again, some of those bonnet shells that are not good. So you can find quite a few shells. There's a big lot of pink. Oh, here's the delphinias again. Let's look at those so you can see those up close. Bad shells. Bad shells, don't buy. Etsy is another great place to find hermit crab shells. This is my list on Etsy, and if you go back to CSJ, and sorry, I'm scrolling. Go back to the home page. We have links down here at the bottom. And I have a link down here to shells on Etsy. And that's a list that I curate. That's my list over here where I'm curating shells for sale that you can buy for your hermit crabs. So to make it a little bit easier on you, you can just follow my list on there and hopefully find some good deals on shells. These are so tiny, but they're super cute. I wish I had shells or crabs small enough that they would still take those little knee rights, because I would love to see those. So Etsy. Richard's Seashells, which was just mentioned by Beth, I think. I ordered from them earlier. Well, I guess it's not this year. It was last year. From them last year when they were still Deltona shells, and most of the shells in the prize bin came from here. When they arrived, there was only one that was badly chipped at the front. The rest of them were wrapped really well and in really good shape. So I really recommend that these guys. The shipping was reasonable. The price of the shells is really reasonable. He's got them broken down into sections here. So if you know for sure what type of shell you're looking for, like we've got land snail shells there, tana shells, turbo shells. So you can just go and look for the specific type of shell. And so you should know some of the names now after we looked through all of mine. Let's look at his turbos. So these are like 85 cents each. Isn't that pretty? Even though it's one of those spiral ones, it's all buffed down. These big, I told you these jade ones are pricey. 75 cents for these banded turbos. That's a small. 95 cents for the large. Now, see, he's got the shell size, but then down at the bottom, hermit crab opening, 1.25 inches. So he's got them marked based on the sizes. Look at that copper. $20. I wouldn't want my crab to wear that. So, another great website. Seashell City also has a section devoted to hermit crab shells. So they have assortments that you can buy, and then individual shells. And they have the openings listed. Yeah, the bigger shells are definitely getting more and more expensive. I don't know if it's because they're getting harder to come by, or they just realize that there's a bunch of crazy hermit crab people out there that are willing to pay for them. That's probably more likely the reason. Naples Seashell Company, these guys have been around forever. Like when I started crabbing, this was one of the sites that you could get hermit crab shells from that specifically catered to hermit crab opening or owners. I'm reading. He's got the oval-shaped openings. Yeah, crazy crab people's probably the reason. And then the shells with round openings. So he even has this narrowed down that way for you. So if you're specifically looking for something for your compressus, he's got all different stuff in here and reasonably priced. Although I disagree on the harp shells. The openings are weird on these, and they don't have enough space for the crab to wind their butt back in there. So I just don't know. I haven't seen crabs wearing these, so I feel like they're not appropriate shells. Seashellsupply.com. I haven't ordered from here. They have a variety of shells. It's 3 pieces of what they consider an extra large areolata for $4.50, but it doesn't look like. Yeah, see, no indication about the opening of the shell. So it's going to be a little harder to order shells from these guys because they don't tell you, and I don't know if you contact them if they would help you by picking out stuff with a specific opening. I don't know. Seashellcity.com. This one's been around for a long time too. I remember ordering from them back in the day. And they've got shells. Oh, is this the one we already looked at? Yep, we did. Sorry. Shellshopping.com. I haven't ordered from them, but this is like $7 for a gallon of Babylonias. Large. But no indication as to the opening size. So you're going to be kind of on your own here figuring out what size shells you need. And then the last one is Shell Horizons. I've used this before to identify shells, but I've never purchased shells from here. So, crafts, actual large size seashells. Let's click on that. So I don't know. There's some black Murex. $4.50 each if they're 6 to 7 inch. Oh, do you think these guys have a hermit crab section? Oh, hermit crab shells and accessories. Thank you. Oh, painted shells. Boo. No. No. Let's see. Arapica. Maybe that's their real name. I just know them as pica shells. So a dozen of those for $28 with them banded, but just the plain are $7.50. So that's not bad. Got some tana shells. Only one page, so there's not a lot to choose from on here. They do have the African turbos, but $7 each for the small ones and slightly bigger out of stock. So those are all the options for online stores that I know of and can recommend. If you want to suggest additional websites, you can either post them for us on our Twitter account, on our Facebook, on our Google+. You can submit them via email. Lots of different ways to contact us. Anybody have any questions? MyGan on eBay. Okay, is that the username on eBay? Zero results for MyGan. Is that the user's name? Not sure you spelled it right. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Anything I didn't cover for you? Nope. Well, I guess it's been about an hour. That's a good length of time for a scope, even though we had to break it up into 2 parts. So thanks again to everybody that tuned in and joined me today. Thanks for participating. Thanks for asking questions and sharing information. We'll be back next. Thank you for the hearts. We'll be back next Saturday with another Periscope. I haven't decided if we're going to do a specific theme or what we would do. This one just seemed like it was really needed. A lot of people have been asking about shells lately. So, yeah, be sure to come by and visit us on either the website or on the Facebook page. We do run contests twice a month, or 2 contests every month. One for calendar crab of the month, which is just the prettiest crab. And then one for the Crabitat of the month, which is just basically the other people's will vote on who they think has the best tank set up out of everybody who entered. And that is not dependent on the size of your tank at all. If you've done some really cool things with your 20-gallon tank, you should definitely enter it. We give away actual prizes. You get to pick a variety of things, some hermit crab food, shells. Usually I have some kind of decor for the tank. Then at the end of the year, we do a calendar with all the calendar crab winners, and we do a cafe press calendar so you can buy the calendar. This year I gave away posters also because we just did the species poster. So you can win cool prizes from us. I think that's it. Am I forgetting anything, guys? No. Okay, everybody have a great weekend and happy crabbing. Talk to you